Hello students, welcome back to maths class. In this video we will see from question number 2 to question number 6 of exercise 8.3 of class 8th. Its question number 2 is Kamla borrow rupees 26,400 from a bank. So Kamla, girl is there, who has been taken the loan of rupees 26,400 to buy a scooter at a rate of 15% per annum compounded yearly. Compounded yearly means the rate of interest is compounded annually. So same thing is going in the solution. Nothing will change. What amount will she pay at the end of the 2 years and 4 months to clear the loan? So Kamla has been taken the loan of 26,400. So it will become our principal. So principal amount is 26,400 rupees. For buying a scooter at the rate of 15% per annum. So 15% is the rate of interest that Kamla have to pay. What amount she have pay at the end of 2 years? 2 years and 4 months and 4 months. Now this we have to write with the help of fraction. So 2 as it is, because 2 is whole number of year and plus 4 month. But we know in the 1 year how many total month? How many are total? 12 months. So when we reduce 4 and 12 to each other, they will give 1/3. So our time will become 2 1/3 year. As you can see, here is our whole part and 1/3 our fractional part. So now we can take easily the amount that Kamla have to return in the bank. So amount formula is A equal principal multiply with 1 plus r by 100, whole power is n. N is number of year. But one problem is here. We have 2 in the whole year, but one fractional part is there. That's why we are putting one more bracket. 1 plus r by 100 as it is. 1 plus r by 100, but fractional part of the time it will multiply with the second term. Second term is r by 100, so it will multiply with r by 100. Here 1/3 came. Now we can easily solve. On the place of p we have to put 26,400, 1 as it is, on the place of r 15, whole power is 2. Here 1 plus 1/3 multiply by 15/100. Now as you can see, 15 and 100 will cut each other. Let's see. 15 comes 3 times, 10 comes 2 times and 0 as it is. Here also 3 1 is 3 and 3 5s are 15. Now we have this 5 will cut 100, 5 1 is 5, 5 2s are 10 and 0 as it is. So what we have? We have 26,400, 1 as it is. Here 3/20, 3/20, whole power is 2, 1 plus 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into 20 is 20. Now 26,400 as it is. Now this time what will become? 21 is 20 and 20 plus 3 is 23/20. Whole power is 2. Here 21 is 20 and 20 plus 1 is 21. So 21/20. So as you can see, here we have 26,400 multiply by 23/20. whole power is 2. That's why we will write 23 by 20 2 times. So 23 by 20 2 times and 1 time 21 by 20. 21 by 20. So easily we can cut 10 to 10, 10 to 10. Now we will reduce 2 and 264. 2 1 is 2. Here also 2 1 is 2. 2 3s are 6 and 2 2s are 4. 132 is here. Again we will reduce it with the help of 2. 2 1 is 2. It will go 12 comes 6 times and next 12 will come 6 times. What is remaining here? Here we have 66 multiply by 23 multiply by 23 multiply by 21 and it will divide by 20. Again we can divide it. 20 goes 10 times and 66 goes 33 times. So after multiplication of 33, 23, 23 and 21, we will get 3,66,597. It will divide by 10. So when we divide it by 10, we will get 36,659.7. But this amount in rupees. That's why we are putting here 0. So total amount that Kamala have to return in the bank is 36,659.70 rupees. This is the solution of question number 2. Question number 3 is Fabina borrows rupees 12,500 at 12% per annum for 3 years at simple interest, and Radha borrows the same amount for the same time period at 10% per annum. So 2 girls is there. One name is Fabina, second name is Radha. Fabina and Radha had been taken same amount, that is rupees 12,500 for the same time period, that is 3 years. But Fabina takes at the rate of interest 12% per annum and Radha takes at rate of interest 10% per annum compounded annually. Who pays more interest and by how much? That we have to find. Firstly, we are finding for Fabina. For Fabina, the principal amount is 12,500 rupees and time is 3 years. These two things is same for Fabina and Radha both. And rate of interest is for Fabina is 12%. She pays according to simple interest. She pays according to simple interest. So we will put here simple interest formula, PRT divided by 100. Principal value is 12,500. Rate of interest is 12. Time is 3. Divide by 100. 00 to 00 cut. Only we have to multiply 125 by 12 multiply by 3. So we will get simple interest as a 4,500 rupees that Fabina will return. Now this is for Fabina. Now we will take for Radha. Principal is same, that is 12,500 rupees. Time is also same, that is 3 years. But rate of interest will become how much? 10%. So from these things we will take the amount. Amount of that what Radha is taken is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power is number of years. So after putting the values in the formula, 0 to 0 will cut each other. We have 1 by 10. 10 1 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11 by 10. 11 by 10 whole power is 3, so it will come 3 times. 0 to 0, double 0 will cut. From the table of 2, 10 goes, from the table of 5, 10 goes 2 times, and 125 will go 25 times. 25 multiply by 11 into 11 into 11, or 11 cube is 1,331. It will divide by 2. 25 multiply by 1331 will give us 33,275, and when it will divide by 2, it will give 16,637.5. So this is the amount for Radha that Radha will return according to compound interest amount, but amount gives compound interest as A minus P, amount minus principal. It will give 4,137.5 rupees that Radha is giving on the compound interest as a compound interest. Fabina was giving simple interest as 44,500. Fabina is giving 4,500 and Radha is giving 4,137. You can easily compare. Fabina pay more. Fabina pay more because Fabina is paying 4,500. By how much? 4,500 minus 4,137.50 will give us by 362.50 rupees. So Fabina is paying more by 362.50 rupees. Question number 4 is, I borrowed rupees 12,000 from Jamshed at 6% per annum simple interest for 2 years. So till here our question principal is 12,000. Its rate of interest is 6% per annum simple interest. So simple interest is there for 2 years. Had I borrowed this sum at 6% per annum compound interest, what extra amount would I have to pay? So two condition is there: same principal, same rate of interest, same time. But one time I have been borrowing the amount as simple interest, and next time question is asking, had I borrow the amount on the compound interest, what extra amount would I have to pay? If we are borrowing the amount as a compound interest, what extra amount that we have to pay, that we have to find. So principal is same, that's why principal is 12,000, that's why we will write it only one time. Principal, rate of interest is 6% per annum. Per annum I am compound, and in the case of compound interest, compounded annually. Okay, and next thing is time, that is 2 years. You can see in this question 6% per annum compound interest, nothing will given here, that interest is given compounded annually, compounded half yearly, compounded quarterly, nothing will given here, so it will compounded as annually. Okay, so we have two cases. So first case for simple interest. Okay, here we are solving for simple interest. Simple interest is equal to PRT upon 100. Principal amount is 12,000. Multiply by R is 6. Multiply by time 2, and it will divide by 100. 00 to 00 cut. So 120 multiply by 6 multiply by 2. So 120 multiply by 6 2s are 12, and 12 square is 144, and 0 as it is. This amount is given on the simple interest when we are taking the amount on the simple interest. But one more case is there. when we are taking the amount on compound interest, what will happening? Let's see. Firstly, we will take the amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100, whole power is N. After putting the value, we will get 101 is 100, 100 plus 6, 106 divided by 100, whole power is 2. I did not cut 6 to 100 because when we cut, on the upside we have 3, downside we have 50. So next time when we divide, it will be difficult. It will be difficult for us. You can see 106 divided by 100, power is 2. That's why it will come 2 times. So directly we can easily cut 00 to 00, 10 to 10. On the above side we have 12 into 106 into 106. Whole will divide by 10. After multiplying the above term, numerator term, we will get 1,34,832 divided by 10. So directly we can put 10 is there. After leaving one digit, we can put here decimal. Rupees is there. That's why 2 digit after the decimal. So this is the amount, and we have to calculate compound interest. So compound interest is equal to amount minus principal. So it will give compound interest as 1483.20 rupees. So you can easily see in the simple interest we have to pay 1440 rupees, and in the compound interest we have to pay 1483.20 rupees. In compound interest we have to pay extra. How much? Let's see. That is extra amount we have to pay in compound interest by 43.20 rupees. This we have to pay extra in compound interest. Question number 5 is Vasudevan invested rupees 60,000 at an interest rate of 12% per annum compounded half yearly. So remember that rate of interest is compounded half yearly. So rate of interest will divide by 2. What amount would he get after 6 months, and next case is after 1 year. So the principal amount and the rate of interest that are compounded half yearly will remain in both cases. So firstly we are discussing principal. Same is there, that is 60,000 rupees. Here also 60,000 rupees. The rate of interest is compounded half yearly. That's why rate is equal to 12% will divide by 2, and it will give us as a 6%. Same here, rate of interest 12% will divide by 2, and it will give us 6%. Because in the 1 year, how many half year? 2 half year, because 2 half will become 1. Now we are talking in the first case time. Time in the first case is 6 months. So 6 months can be write in the form of 6 by 12, because 6 months in a 1 year. So in a 1 year, how many total month? Total 12 months. So it will become 1 by 2 year. Now our time is converted into year. So the value of n will put as in the form of 2 into time. 2 into time. So it will give us 2 into time is 1 by 2, 2 to 2 cut, and it will give the value of n as a 1. In second one, time is 1 year, but rate of interest is compounded half yearly. So n will become 2 into time, and time is 1 year, so 2 into 1 will give us 2. So this time n will become 2. Once again I am explaining you why n is 1, because in the 6 month, how many half year? How many half year? Only 1. And in the 1 year, how many half year? 2. That's why n value is coming as a 2. Rate of interest is compounded half yearly. That's why in the time we have to multiply by 2. after converting time into year. Here already given in the year, but in this case we have time in month. That's why firstly we have to convert it into the year. After we will multiply it by the 2 because half compounded half yearly. Let's see their amount. So amount formula we know as, so here in the first case amount is equal to P value is 60,000, R value is 6, N value is 1. 100 into 1 is 100, 100 plus 6 is 106, divide by 100. One time is there, that's why only one time 100 by 100 and by 106 by 100 will come. 00 to 00 cut, 600 will multiply by 106. Now you can see 600 having 20 at the last, so last 20 as it is. 6 6 are 36, 36. So 6 will come first, 3 on the carry. Just remember 3 on the carry. 6 0 is 0, 0 plus 3 is 3, and 6 1 is 6. So amount when we have half year on that time, amount will become 63,600. It's just opposite when time is 1 year and value is 2 because half yearly compounded. So and value is 2. Principal same, R same, but N value will go as a 2. Same, 100 into 1 is 100 plus 6, 106 divided by 100, whole power is 2. That's why it will come 2 times. 00 to 00, 00 to 00 cut, 00 to 00 cut. Lastly, we have remaining 6 into 106 into 106. Altogether, when we multiply them, we will get 67,416 rupees in the next case. So this is the solution of question number 5th. Question number 2 is, Arif took a loan of rupees 80,000 from a bank. If the rate of interest is 10% per annum, find the difference in amount he would be paying after 1/2 years if the interest is compounded annually, and second case is compounded half yearly. So Arif boy name is there. He had been taken loan from bank, that is principal amount is 80,000. If the rate, it means the rate of interest is 10% per annum, but did not given here compounded annually, compounded half yearly, because question separately given compounded annually what will be coming and compoundedly half yearly, on that time what will we get. He would be paying after 1/2 years if the interest is, so time is 1/2 years. So principal in both cases is same. First is 80,000 rupees. Rate of interest is 10%. Now you can see in the first case compounded annually, that's why we are not touching it here. Okay, we will not divide by any number because compounded annually, so it will remain same. And time will come as 1/2. So 1/2 year is here, so it will become as a 1 plus 1/2. You can see our first year is whole, but next year is in the fraction. So what we will do? Same we will do as we are doing from the previous amount. First here 1 plus r by 100 till here it will be same, but after here we have to put next bracket for fraction only. So 1 plus r by 100 as it is, without any power it will come as it is, but r by 100 will divide with fraction, so 1/2 will come here. Now principal amount is 80,000, that we will write here. 1 plus r value is 10 by 100, whole power is n. So here this whole number of year will come, that is 1. Here 1 plus 1 by 2 multiply by 10 by 100. Rate of interest is 10. 0 to 0 cut, 0 to 0 cut. So we will get 80,000 as it is. 1 by 10, here 1 by 10 into 2 is 20. 10 into 1 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11, 11 by 10. Here 21 is 20, 20 plus 1 is 21 by 10. Power is 1 and here we have nothing power, so here also 1 power. So both are coming only one time, 0 to 0, 0 to 0 cut. Here we have 800 multiply by 11 multiply by 21. Whole will divide by 2, 2 1 is 2, 2 4s are 8, 00 as it is. So remaining term is 400 will multiply by 11 multiply by 21, that is give us amount is equal to 92,400 rupees when our interest is compounded annually. One more case in this question, that is when compounded half yearly. So same principle is also coming here, 80,000 rupees. Rate of interest is 10%, but case is given us rate of interest is compounded half yearly. It means we have to divide 10 by 2 and it will give the rate of interest as a 5%. So we have to put rate of interest as 5%. Always when you are taking the rate of interest as a changed, on that time put it into the box. It will remind you what you have to put. Sometimes students are making same kind of mistake, that they are taking the right rate of interest after dividing by 2, but they again put the previous. So always remember, highlight the rate of interest that you have taken by dividing by 2. Same here, time is given 1 by 2 year. Okay, so it will also change because compounded half yearly. So you have to see in 1 by 2 year how many half year. Okay, so 2 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2 year. So our n value will become n is equal to 2 into time, because in the 1 year 2 half year is there. So 2 will multiply by 3 by 2, 3 by 2 year is there, because time in year. 2 to 2 cut and our n value will come as a 3. Once again you can easily check that our taken n value is right or wrong. Our time is 1 by 2. You can easily see in 1 how many half year is there, 2 half year is there. So 1, 2 and already given here 3. So 3 half year is there and we also taken n value as a 3. So compounded half yearly, this value we have to put in the amount formula for the compound interest. Let's see it. So amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power is n. Principal amount is 80,000, rate of interest is 5, n value is 3. 80,000, 100 into 1, 100 plus 5, 105 divided by 100, whole power is 3. So it will 100 by 5, 105 by 100 will come 3 times, 1, 2, 3. So 00 to 00, 00 to 00, it will cut. So 8 into 105 into 105 into 105 whole will divide by 100. So when we multiply 8, 105, 105, 105 to each other, we will get 92,61,000 and it will divide by 100. So 00 to 00 we will cut and we have 92,610. It means 92,610 rupees when our rate of interest is compounded half yearly. But when rate of interest is compounded annually, on that time our amount will become 92,400 rupees. So now we will meet in the next video.